Today, I'm reviewing the Rescue POS system, and I'm going to tell you why I believe it is one of the best POS systems on the market. And yes, we're doing it right now. Hey now, Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from BarPatrol.net. So today I want to share with you one of the fastest rising POS systems on the market, and that is Rescue POS. If you watch my video on the top 5 POS systems of 2021, you'll see that I list them as the hidden gem POS system because they really are. All right, but more and more and more, they're becoming a major player in the market because bars and restaurants are starting to realize what a great system it is, but also the unbelievable support that goes along with it. Now, really quick, I want to tell you, if you decide to get a demo with Rescue, which you should, make sure to click the link below this video because it's going to track you so that if you do sign up with them eventually, you're going to get $700 off if you use that link, all right, which is a very generous offer from Rescue. So make sure you go through that link because why would you not save the money? Okay, moving on. So when it comes to reviewing POS systems, my 3 most important factors are 1, features and functionality, 2, ease of use, and 3, support. And actually, we should probably add a 4th one in there. Of course, pricing is important too. But when it comes to support and caring for its customers, Rescue is a company that has broken the mold. How do I know this? Well, a few days ago, I actually sat down and had lunch with the founder of Rescue, Paul Katch. All right, they're in Sacramento. They're only about an hour away from me. I sat down with him and his VP of sales, Georgie. And by the way, I know it looks like I'm 5'4" in this photo, but I'm actually 6'1". These two just towered over me and made me feel small and insignificant and childlike. So, thanks a lot. But seriously, after meeting with these two, I was blown away with the vision that Paul has for his company and the integrity with which he runs it. I could tell by simply sitting there and watching Georgie boast about the company culture and the pride he felt working there. And it wasn't a sales pitch either. It was genuine pride for a product and a company that knows it has become the Nordstrom and the Ritz-Carlton of the POS industry, with superior service and people who work there who care about the customers and do whatever it takes to make sure they're happy. Okay, I know it seems like I'm being melodramatic, so let's jump into the review, finally, and talk about why Rescue is quickly rising to the top of the POS mountain. Now, I usually start with the features and the pros and cons, but I'm going to start with the service and support because it's one of the main reasons that Rescue has separated itself from the other POS companies. So I'm just going to get out of the way here, like I usually do, and we're going to start with why choose Rescue. And the first thing we're going to start with is the customer support. Because as I mentioned, this is one of the main reasons that Rescue has started to separate itself from the other POS companies. At lunch, Georgie was telling me that Paul will actually give out his cell phone number to customers if they want to speak with him. All right, this is a guy running a multi-million-dollar company. Now, I'm not advocating that you go get his number and call him every time you need help. All right, he has an amazing staff that can help you out, and he's probably going to skin me alive for even mentioning this, but my point is, it's not beneath him, which is amazing. What other POS company out there can you speak to the founder if you want? None. None is the answer. 0 companies. No way, not a chance. So at lunch, Paul told me, and this is Paul right here, and I know he doesn't look very happy in that picture, but he's actually an extremely happy and warmed and down-to-earth guy. All right, Georgie just needs to help him out with a new profile pic. All right, somebody probably just told him that his dog chewed up his loafers or something. Loafers? Does anyone say loafers anymore? Probably like slippers. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. The point is, when it comes to customer service, Paul told me something great. All right, he said, we tell people to call our support before you buy a POS. If we don't answer the phone, don't buy our POS. That is awesome. He went on to tell me people should be able to call and get a real support person without being put on hold or get a recording and have to jump through hoops of pushing those numbers on their phone to actually get a live person. And this is very true. Okay, most POS companies out there have what we call tier 1 support, meaning that the person who answers the phone has a very shallow knowledge of the system and they always have to go get someone else on the tech team to help you out, which who knows how long that takes. Okay, and I know I'm hammering support and customer service into the ground here, but I've been in this industry for over 30 years now and I work with so many POS companies, and you know that once you sign up that they just disappear. It's not a great industry, so Rescue is such a refreshing alternative to that. So let's move on here. Next thing, they are extremely flexible. Also, unlike other POS companies that just say this is the way it is. I've heard so many stories with Rescue where they help you get what you need. Okay, so if you're on their website, you're looking around, you say, oh, they don't have what I need. Go get a demo with them and talk with them because they want to help you out. They want to work with you. They're so flexible and making sure that they adapt the system to whatever it is that you need. Okay, so make sure to talk with them. Modern and intuitive interface. Okay, I've talked about this before. If you haven't seen my demo video, I have an iPad demo video for Rescue. You can go check it out up above. I'll put a card there. Go check it out. It walks you through the iPad version. You can see how it looks. It's specifically designed for the restaurant industry. A lot of these POS systems are all over the place. They're doing retail and everything else. They are specifically focused on restaurant only. It's very affordable. Okay, one of the best systems out there as far as features and everything else. It has everything you'd ever want, but it's also extremely affordable. And many of the features they have free for life. Okay, so one of the problems with other POS companies is inside the contract, if you don't read the entire thing, a lot of times these prices, these hidden fees are going up. A lot of these features you have to add on. So they tell you, oh, it's only $59 a month. But in order to get everything you want, it ends up being $300 a month, or you have to do extra hardware, everything else. So you can see a lot of these features on their website. Free online ordering, touchless table service, loyalty rewards, gift card program, kitchen display, customer display, unlimited live support. So all this stuff is free for life. It's never going to raise. Once you lock your contract in, there's no hidden fees. They're extremely transparent. Paul and Georgia were also telling me about a certain POS company, which shall remain nameless, that the chain companies won't even work with anymore because the chain companies have lawyers who are too smart and they're able to spot all the hidden fees and the shadiness going on inside the contract. So now they just take advantage of smaller independent restaurants, which is not cool. I'm not going to name the POS company, but I love Rescue. They're extremely transparent and their integrity is off the charts. Here's a little example of their gift cards that can be made up. They're very sleek and very cool. Phew. I feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour. Am I talking fast? Yeah. And I got a lot to say, and these people got things to do, so I got to hurry. So then let's not hesitate. Let's move on. We're coming to the end, but I want to talk about a few more home run things that Rescue does better than the other POS systems out there. All right, first off, it has a robust offline mode, which is no small thing. So if the internet goes out, the credit card processing goes down, even if the servers go down, you can still use Rescue. Okay, you can print stuff to the kitchen, you can ring anything in, you can still run credit cards, you could run unlimited transactions for 3 days without the internet, and everything would work perfectly still. I know many other POS systems claim to have offline mode, but I know for a fact many of them are very spotty, very weak when it comes to this, and you don't want to find yourself without internet or functionality on a Saturday night when a tornado hits or something else bad happens. Next up, we have EMV transactions, and if you're not sure what EMV stands for, it stands for Europay, MasterCard, and Visa. And this is huge because, as you may or may not know, in most states now, it is illegal to keep a credit card tab behind the bar now. This is also huge if a customer walks on a tab, but more importantly, if a customer disputes a charge. Many of you may have experienced this. Customer comes in, they leave their credit card, they dispute they were ever there, and for some reason, the credit card companies 98% of the time rule in the favor of the customer. I've never understood why the credit card companies are allowed to be the judge, jury, and executioner in this. It's complete BS because the restaurant's out of money and they've never been allowed to tell their side of the story. But the EMV has solved all this, and Rescue is the first 100% bar compliant EMV POS in the United States. All right, that means you can run a credit card, give it back to them. As they continue to ring in transactions, it's going to charge them for the higher authorization amount. So even if they walk on their tab, you can legally charge them. They can't dispute it. It completely protects the restaurant. I'm going to come out with a video soon on the importance of EMV to try to educate people on how important this is, and Rescue is great at it. Okay, next up, we have ingredient level recipes and inventory depletion. Now, a lot of POS systems have what they call inventory control, but what they have is they deplete the item but not the ingredient level. What that means is if you ring in 10 hamburgers, it's going to deplete the hamburgers from the list, so you know if you're 86 and all that. But with Rescue, it actually gets into the ingredients. So if you ring in hamburger, it's going to deplete, half pound of meat, 2 tomato slices, one onion, whatever recipe you put in for that, it's going to deplete it ingredient level, which most POS systems don't do. So with that said, when POS systems say they have inventory control, this is on a theoretical level based on what the servers and bartenders are ringing into the POS system. All right, the POS system has no idea what's actually been used. All right, so for instance, if the POS ingredient level recipes are 1.5 ounce pours for shots and the bartender's pouring 2 ounces, the POS system has no idea that that's going on. You need an actual inventory system to account for what you have on hand. All right, like Bar Patrol, shameless plug. All right, luckily we are in the process of integrating Bar Patrol with Rescue so you can have an all-in-one seamless system in one place. Next up, we have custom menu and floor design. Again, you can go watch that iPad demo video I have. I go over that a lot. The custom floor plan, you can create it any way you want. They have a lot of tools in there. It's extremely easy to use. Also, you can customize your menu any way you want. Modifiers, forced modifiers, split checks. There's all sorts of things you can do in there to customize your menu, including for pizza places. And if you're a pizza place, you know how hard it is to customize your menu with modifiers. Most POS systems really struggle with this. You can also have drink recipes put in there for any bartenders that have a memory like a slug, okay? Or for bartender training, right? So they can memorize the drinks. You don't have to be a slug. It's all extremely easy to use and set up. Okay, fantastic back-end reporting. You can see some of the reports here. It has everything you need to fully analyze what's going on in your business. I'm not going to go into great depth on the reporting here. This is more of an overview, but in the future, I might do a Rescue back-end reporting and dashboard so we can get into more detail what you're getting in that area. And finally, it's extremely intuitive and easy to use, and I know a lot of people say this, but it really is with Rescue. The other thing that Paul told me, he said you should be able to learn how Rescue works in under 15 minutes. In other words, if you don't like technology, this is the POS system for you. Okay, how cool is that? You know, there's so much technology and so many features inside Rescue. You can see them all here. As I scroll down, you can find this on their website. I can't even cover them all. You won't even use them all. All right, you can't even get to all the features they have, but they're there if you need them. Different restaurants have different needs, so Rescue has covered just about everything. In addition, their tech team is one of the best in the world. There are hardly ever any bugs or glitches reported with Rescue, which is very important when you're in the middle of a busy shift. Nothing's going to glitch or go out on you. So I know I went into a lot of depth in this video on Rescue, but I really wanted you to see what you're dealing with this company. Not only is Rescue one of the most feature-rich and easy-to-use POS systems out there, but the people behind the company are amazing. After sitting down with Paul and Georgie, I realized this is a company that is so based on transparency and integrity and ethics, which really aligns with my philosophy and how I deal with my customers at Bar Patrol or anyone who buys my online courses. I really want them to know what they're getting up front. I think it's far more important to choose the people behind the company than choosing a technology or software just based on their features. So if you are in the market for a new POS system, go get the demo with Rescue. It's free. It's only going to cost you like 30 minutes of your time. Use the link down below in the description because if and when you do sign up, you're going to get $700 off. So make sure you save that money so you can go buy some new shoes or a bourbon slushy machine. But you have to invite me over if you get a bourbon slushie machine because I love bourbon slushies. Thanks for being here today and hanging out with me. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to see you soon. I'm out.